All right, today we're looking at one of the most powerful tools in a scientist's math kit, exponents. Whether you're counting millions of bacteria or measuring nanograms of DNA, you need to handle these numbers with total confidence. Let's break down how they work and, more importantly, why we use them. So let's look at the anatomy of an exponent first. So we're going to write over here 2 to the fourth power. An exponent is simply shorthand for repeated multiplication. In 2 to the 4, the number 2 is our base and the 4 is our exponent. This tells us to multiply 2 by itself 4 times. So this is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. So in the lab, we'll also often see negative exponents. So we're going to put 10 to the negative 3. Don't let the minus sign fool you. The number isn't negative, it indicates a reciprocal or a fraction. So 10 to the negative 3 is 1 divided by 10 3 times. So we can write this as 1 divided by 10 times 1 divided by 10 3 times. And so this would be equal to 0.01. And the third kind of thing we could see is if we have our third number, and we'll do this one in green. So if we have the number 85 raised to the power of 0, this is a rule that might seem strange, but it's vital. Any number except 0 raised to the 0 power is always 1. So let's talk about some like rules of engagement when it comes to talking about exponents. So when you're working with the same base, usually base 10 in biotech, we can use these shortcuts. So in multiplication, we're going to use what's called the product rule. So if we have 10 raised to the power of A times 10 raised to the power of B, you just simply add the exponents. So this would be equal to 10 raised to the power of A plus B. If we were to divide, and so say we have 10 raised to the power of A divided by 10 raised to the power of B, we just subtract the bottom exponent from the top one. So we would have, this would be equal to 10 raised to the power of A minus B. And then if we have a power of a power, and I'll give you an example of what that looks like. So if, let's say we have 10 raised to the power of A, parentheses, and then this entire thing is raised to the power of B, we are going to multiply. So if you raise an exponent to another power, you multiply them. So this is the same as saying 10 raised to the power of A times B. So now let's talk about if we have like addition and subtraction. So this is where you have to be careful. There's no kind of shortcut here. You must convert the numbers to their standard values first. So here we'll use numbers. So we'll say if we have 10 cubed plus 10 squared, this is equal to 1,000, right? So that's 10 times 10 times 10 plus 100, which is 10 times 10. And so here, this is going to be equal to 1,100. So let's go through a real world example that you might see on a biotechnology test. So you have a culture with 10 to the 4 cells per milliliter, and you need 10 to the third or 10 to the 3 cells for your test. So you want to take a sample of the solution. How many milliliters do you pipette? So let's solve this one using our rule. To find the volume, we divide the amount we need by the amount we have. So we need 10 raised to the power of 3, and we have 10 raised to the power of 4. And by our rules of division, we will subtract these. So this is going to be 10 raised to the 3 minus 4, which is equal to 10 to the negative 1. And 10 to the negative 1 is the same as saying 0.1, and then we need this to be in milliliters. So let's go through a summary table. And if you are wondering where we got the milliliters from, so we know we have 10 to the third cells, and we need 10 to the 3 cells, and we have cells per milliliter over here. And by the rules of cancellation, we're left with the milliliters. And so this would be our final answer here. So let's just do a summary table down here. And so we have our operation, we have our rule for that exponent, and then let's just, for the sake of going through everything, we have the algebraic example here. So if we're multiplying, we add exponents, right? And so let's give an example here of x raised to the a times x raised to the power of b. And so this is the same as saying in division, we're going to subtract exponents. So if we have x raised to a divided by x raised to b, this is the same as saying x minus b. So if you're taking the power of a power, you're going to multiply those exponents. So let's give that example. We have x raised to the power of a, which is then altogether going to be raised to the power of b. So here, this is the same as saying x raised to the power of a times b. If we have a zero power, the rule is that it always equals 1. So if we have x raised to 0, that's equal to 1. And then if we have a negative exponent, so that's going to represent a fraction. And so we'll say x to negative a is equal to 1 over x. All right, and then let's just kind of clean up this table. So if you want to write it down in your notebook, you can. I will include kind of an example problem at the end of this video. So try to do that problem. And if you have any questions, just put it in the chat and let me know.